G'day frothers, it's your bolter down under here, coming at you from the beauty of my backyard. I had planned to do this kind of video out in a cliff somewhere, so it's, you know, really good for climbing. But here I am in ISO, there's a bit of spicy cough going around and, well, you know, stuck in the backyard for now. But that's all right. Got a nice big rock, we can do plenty of stuff just from here. So anyway, let's get to it. So today I was going to run through a question that I see a lot asked online, and that is how far from an edge or a crack can you place a bolt? So conventional wisdom tends to just be 10 centimeters, 20 centimeters, something like that. And I have seen a lot of people who just want some kind of value. Look, if you go for 20 centimeters, I mean, that's fine, but it's not really practical, and it's also not really based on anything. It's sort of just an old wives' tale, I guess. But the real answer is as much space as you can get, really. So I know that's not a very satisfying answer, but it's the truth. It's what you should do. But if you want a technical answer, you need to look at your fastener's spec sheet. So this fastener here is a 75 millimeter sleeve bolt. And if we look at the spec sheet here, there's a thing called the minimum edge spacing. So the minimum edge spacing or distance for this particular bolt is 75 millimeters. So how about that? You really just go to the source, ask the manufacturer. So what you can do on the wall is you can mark out 75 millimeters from all the edges. So something like that. That is going to be our safe area that we can bolt in. But if you don't have the spec sheet, there's another model you can use called the failure cone. Now the failure cone is a theoretical volume based on the length of the fastener that you can also use. Now the edge spacing and the failure cone are both based on predicted values for concrete. Rock is not concrete. Concrete is an engineered material with known properties, and rock is not. So unless you've done a lot of testing of the rock that you're working with in your area, you still do need to use your judgment. So if you don't have this much material to work with, and often I find that's the case around here, the rock is quite blocky. So basically you go deeper, get a longer bolt, something like that, or if you're really worried, you can just go as long as you want if you get a piece of threaded rod and cut it to length and then glue that in with epoxy. Now, obviously, something like that is going to have a massive failure cone, but you would do that in situations where the failure cone is already out the window, okay? If you've only got a small area to work with, you know, something that size, if you go deep enough, you will be getting into competent rock. So again, you've got to use your judgment, and if you're really worried, just don't bolt it.